Hi guys, myself Sai Krishna and I am pursuing my masters in the field of data science and this is my first semester. Today we're gonna give a short description about my understanding on agent based recommendation in e-learning environment utilizing knowledge discovery and machine learning techniques. Here the thing is nowadays e-learning is a very popular quite popular platform where we can learn something in the sense like in our initial days of our schooling we use it to see some demo classes which was given in a projector where we can see the modules and everything where it was something like Byju's or etc., where we can get a lots of information and modules with respect to platforms like those are completely known as e-learning platforms. Now, while coming to youth or something like we people will have platforms like Amazon Prime, Netflix, Z5, and etc. These are the platforms which are called e-learning platforms or something. Basically, these are entertainment platforms. Whereas we are learning about a recommendations agent based systems. So here we will get a suggestion list at the down to the video which we are seeing or which we are watching. It's totally based upon what kind of genre you are liking, what kind of genre you are watching, with respect to whether it was an action, it was a thriller or something, or etc. Or with respect to if I give an example with respect to e-learning platforms, like if you're seeing something with respect to knowledge data and mining discovery, well, we will get a suggestion videos with respect to that subjecting model. These are the things which is a basic overview about agent based recommendation in your learning platform. Whereas we'll go through the deep into it, like we will get all these recommendation with respect to the several surveys, polls and opinions with respect to the people interests which was voted or by using them. This can be also handled with respect to the clustering algorithms to analyze this user priorities. Like it's so simply to say that that recommendation process will come with respect to the user's personal choice or etc., but it undergoes several process like clustering analysis and removing the duplicate data etc. And this is just a raw idea about it. While going to the 1.3 session, where the authors have clearly included the collaborative filtering, content based filtering, and hybrid based filtering. These are the three kinds of filtering where we will get the data, how it got clustered or something, like we will get the content with respect to these kind of data. And a natural language processing is highly essential to process this. It helps a lot. We can say that with by using NLP we will get text mining and enhancing the trainer mentoring etc., agent based solving. All these things were highly highlighted with the respect with the use of NLP. Whereas this clustering processes also have its challenges, like every process will have a challenges like this process is also having challenges. The main facing challenges on this view is absolutely about getting a search perfect search about, like we will give something with respect to we will give a keywords, like we will get a search results, like we get a search results. If we get a validate search results, it could be fine, like yes, we can use this e-learning platform or we can do this, we can do that, like while as my personal experience with an Amazon Prime Video, whereas I use a keyword with respect to some names or something, the search results are damn bad, like it's not good, like it won't give an accurate results. This is the most challenging factor which has been the most prominent, which was subjected with respect to the users. Whereas these are the three kinds of filtering methods where the users have explained, which is collaborative, content based filtering and hybrid filtering. um, Besides, they also cover the concepts like e-learning, machine learning, and intelligent optimization, etc. Whereas to give this kind of paper, they have examined 50 papers that was pre-existed in e-learning models also. Mm, Here the data will be in the form of comments, tweets, posts, photos, etc. In the media platforms such as Instagram and Twitter, respectively. As we also get this information in our assignment one and my previous RA3 observation, whereas it undergoes the data sets which was pre-processed after a feature extraction and data transformation, whereas feature selection is also performed over here, and the data set is separated into a train and a test sets. It furtherly goes there, and agent based algorithm will be the most prominent role which was done here, by contrasting the analysis with a clean explained through the machine learning process. Whereas we can go through these performances, like we will having the strategies of recommendations, like what kind of strategies that can be used for getting some kind of content with respect to by using them. And whereas there is an agent based recommendation system also, with respect to the knowledge dependent and evaluation of the recommendation, like it will give some kind of evaluation, like it's not a human, right? It can be evaluated with respect to the machines or something. It also undergoes the evaluation. Is that a valid to recommend the user for this video, like is not, or the evaluation process will also go on here. After that we will get some kind of table with contrasting what was the filtering, like we also said that collaborative filtering, hybrid filtering, and all these filtering methods, it can be distinguished with respect to its advantages, what are its disadvantages such as limitations, which was clearly explained in this paper. After that, it also had something comparative analysis, what was the most prominent role, like what which is using frequently and which is not using frequently, what is the quite popular one, it is also explained clearly over there. Whereas we go to the 1.5 session, e-learning is a very well known and simple platform for anybody to access courses and gain useful information, while developing a system for reliable search results and suggestions is a high source which is needed. This method has an additional privilege of natural language processing. Also, the results are depicted in a different graphs and table with applicable comparisons, which I said earlier. Like for all the methods which was there, it was depicted with respect to the flow charts, like how an user profile and what was the three parts which is considered as an information collection, how it furtherly helps with the dashboard and recommendation, what was the selected recommendation and what was the newly generated. After getting some selected recommendation, it undergoes whether it was the correct one or not. If it was false, it will directly go to the trash, and we will get a new generated recommendation also. These all the things are completely known as a pre-processing layer, where it undergoes as a text mining, extractor terms and opinion terms mapping. This is just an overview of a e-learning knowledge discovery and recommendation architecture. But we will get a nomenclature, like what was the like we will get the KPI, which is known as knowledge point. All these things were also clearly explained in a paper for the future references to understand clearly. Whereas information collection is also there, like we will get the same account setting, like it was like they have taken an example of a e-learning platform, where they use it with respect to the screenshot, account settings, user profile, education, everything was clearly picturized over there. And we also known as a domain knowledge also, where a domain model and material for teaching units for assessment, like like Canvas is also something which is learn as a e-learning platform, like I'm not sure, like it might be. where we will get a modules and units of assessment, everything. It was also written on the frameworks. Like we will also get a recommendation framework also. What learning module which is currently seeing, or a style of learning, and it will get into an account of similarity of a learner and knowledge creditability, aggregation of the learner, optimization. It undergoes an optimization algorithm, and it furtherly recommend us to watch this kind of content based upon the previous content which was there. It can be furtherly divided into interactive model also. It is a basic overview of an agent based recommendation system which is quite popular, and it is also subsystems and processes also contrasted very keenly on this paper, and algorithms is also had done over there. Likely we will get results tab also, whereas uh, the results are clearly explained to gain a useful information, and it focuses on numerous e-learning models such as methods to enhance quality and overcome the obstacles in a pre-existing models. Like we will also having a pre-existing models for this. Users clearly explain what was the changes and what was the challenges is done here. Uh, to grasp the patterns and link it with various processes. Whereas coming to the section 2, where the 2.1 is the paper was pretty clear to understand, like it's very clean. Each and every process was cleanly explained by the authors with respected tables and graphs, with contrasting each and every model with the limitations and disadvantages, which is very clear. With respect to the many methodologies process such as domain knowledge and frameworking, which was I was explained with the flowcharts and each and every terminology, it is very clear. Coming to the session 2.2, the recommendations for getting an appropriate content were clearly explained with the proposed methodologies. It undergoes a pre-collecting of a user's information, furtherly followed the strategies like recommendation, evaluation, and knowledge discovery with a comparative analysis. Furtherly, we will go with the 2.3. We frequently receive recommendations based upon a suggestion study, which can be enhanced furtherly by developing a new way of gaming technology. We will get a recommendation with respect to the view of our content, like what was the genre which we are watching, which was explained clearly. But with respect to the games, it was different. We will get some kind of games, but if something was discovered in the gaming technologies, firstly it should take a survey, like what was our interest and what was our hobbies and what we are looking for. If we get this information, this AI can give, machine learning can give something with respect to our interests and our hobbies. This was my future question which I was about to ask, like. And 2.4, I discovered certain data mining as well as distinction between various recommendation models with contrasting tables according to its features, in the filtering strategies for the data obtained to procedure it to recommendation stage with my interest also. Whereas coming to the section 3, I furtherly wanted to ask two questions. The first question is, what is the difference between user based and item based recommendation systems, and what is the impact of recommendation system in a real time? Thank you guys.